What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy, for CancerMoonsTarot, and we're coming at y'all with the weekend reading. The first sign I see is the first sign I read, so let's get it poppin', baby, and see what we got going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully y'all doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to my notification gang. I would love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw for today was Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and get it started. How is everybody doing? I hope you're all well. I hope you had yourselves a fantastic Thanksgiving yesterday. For all of those that celebrate, really hope you guys had yourselves a fantastic time, and I want to say happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully we're looking towards a fantastic weekend, and without a further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. So starting out here with the Sagittarius, let's see what we got going on, baby. What do we got showing up here for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Hey, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. What's going on, Julia? Hey, Mark. How's everybody doing? What's going on, Iman? Thank you guys for tuning in. What information do we got showing up here for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Saggy, we're going to get ourselves here one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully all is well. Sagittarius, overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with an earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look at your current energy, we do have the Justice in reverse. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, we have here the King of Cups, and then looking at the outcome here for you, Sagittarius, is going to be the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So let's see what we got going on here. Coming into your weekend, Sagittarius, we start here with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, then we move here into the Justice in reverse. So when you take a look at Justice in reverse here being the current energy, you know, Justice in reverse, this is Libra energy, so you could be dealing with one, but it usually signifies some sort of injustice. Okay, so I feel that here for Sagittarian, there could be something happening currently in this weekend, or possibly if it didn't occur this weekend, it could have previously occurred here for you, but there's some sort of injustice that you're getting very fed up with here. You know, taking a look at the overall energy being the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Pentacles reversed means you're kind of losing your patience here. Your patience is wearing very thin. So I feel like you're starting to become very impatient with an unjust situation. Looking at what you're dealing with here, King of Cups. King of Cups is a very reserved person. King of Cups is somebody who is very emotionally tame. They know how to keep their emotions under control. It doesn't mean that the King of Cups is not expressive of their emotions, but they're responsive versus reactive. So I definitely feel like you've been very responsive instead of being very reactive. You've been seeing something you don't like here, Sag, is what I feel for you. And I feel that moving into your weekend, it's going to start to become a lot more apparent that whatever's happening here, you really are not happy with it. So I definitely feel like there's going to be a response coming from you. I think you're going to get to that point where it's like, I just can't see or stand to see something anymore, or I just can't stand to be invested in something anymore. And you're going to speak your truth. But like I said, it's not going to come out of a place of a reaction. It's going to come out of a place of a response, you know? So you're definitely going to be very emotionally tame here, but you're going to make sure here, Sagittarius, that you definitely get your point across. Looking at the outcome here being the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Pentacles reversed here is kind of representing, well, let's talk about real quick the Knight of Pentacles upright. The Knight of Pentacles upright is a card that represents something very slowly happening. So this is something that's happened over time. Whatever your situation, whatever your injustice is, it's been going on for a pretty steady while. So with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like it's time for this to come to a stop. It's time for this to come to an end. So I definitely kind of get the vibe here of like, you saying what you need to say in a very mature way, you definitely having a response here and kind of letting somebody know that either you're not supporting a situation anymore, you're not making an investment, or you're not tolerating something anymore that you deem is unjust in your life now going forward. So Sagittarius, you're fed up. But it feels like the way you respond to this is very mature, and you're doing it for your well-being. And of course, King of Cups always looks out for himself. The King of Cups is the energy of making sure that you're taking care of your emotional well-being as well, because whatever the situation is does seem to be affecting your emotional well-being too. Okay, so that's what I have in store here for you. Of course, do take it if it resonates, but Yeah, it's kind of like that moment. You ever, like when you're a kid and like your parents kind of calmly approach you and they like were like, we need to have a conversation. This is what has to stop. Like it's kind of that energy where you're really bossing up and you're showing somebody this unjust energy, this unjust treatment, so on and so forth. It's not going to continue. Okay. All right, Sagittarian. I feel like you're a teacher here. Okay. Maybe you are a teacher. All right. By the way, I forgot to say it to you, man. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, and happy Sagittarius season as we're officially in the Saggy season. How are ya? I hope you've been doing well. For those of you that's birthdays have already passed, happy birthday. For those of you whose birthdays are coming up, happy birthday to ya. And I hope you're going to have yourselves a fantastic season, all right? All right, Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right, so we started out with fire. We're going to go ahead and do fire, earth, water, air. We'll do that today. And by the way, Marlene says, Aunt, you're doing so amazing with the vids as always. I appreciate all that you do for us. I appreciate that too. Thank you, Marlene. And I'm more than happy that you're enjoying the videos. Thank you for tuning in too. It's nice to see your face as always. And I appreciate it also. Jocelyn, heyo, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Pisces love. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic Friday. As I mentioned from like the beginning of the week, as many of you know, I was not feeling very good. I was like super under the freaking weather. Finally starting to feel a little better here. So I'm hoping this weekend I can kind of just knock everything out with a bunch of rest and then come back next Monday just feeling like super rock solid. So either way, y'all, we started out here with the fire. So we're going to do fire, earth, water, air, jumping on into the earth sign. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Taurus gang. What do we got going on for the bull gang, baby? What messages do we got showing up here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? In the next 72 hours, what information do we got showing up here, please? For the zodiac sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my bull gang, we're going to get ourselves one more shuffle, and we'll see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Taurus, give me 1 second. Let's take a look here for you. So starting out here with the Ace of Swords as the overall energy for you, you could be connecting here with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Feel something interesting about this Ace of Swords, though. Taking a look here at your current energy, we do have the Two of Wands. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And then looking at the outcome here for you, Taurus, is going to be the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. Yeah, so I definitely felt an interesting vibe, especially when I pulled out the the Ace of Swords coming in here for you. So let's take a look here into your weekend. Ace of Swords is a card that definitely represents truth. It's a card that could talk about stepping into your truth, speaking your truth. It could be a card of detachment too. So it could be like sometimes you got to swing that sword and cut out whatever needs to be cut out here in your life. So let's look at the current energy here. Current energy is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands represents you're in a rock and you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, I think you're in a space right now here, Taurus, where you don't know what to do. You find yourself kind of stuck and confused right now with some sort of situation in your life. And I think that the situation that this is talking about is the Queen of Wands reversed, because you're put in a position right now where somebody here is not allowing you to feel comfortable in your own skin. Somebody here is not allowing you to feel comfortable in who you are. When someone inflicts the Queen of Wands reversed, it's pretty much an energy where someone begins to feel less powerful. Somebody can start to feel powerless. And I feel like that's an energy that's surrounding you here. And I don't know who it is specifically, but it does feel like a very feminine energy. And I feel like it could be a connection potentially to a mother. And if that's the situation, I'm very sorry that that's the situation some of you may be caught up in. But whether or not it's an actual mom, it's someone who has a very feminine energy is what I'm feeling here. So there could be a very feminine energy at this moment in time that's very draining to you, Taurus. And if that's the case here for you, you've been very indecisive on what to do. You felt stuck between a rock and a hard place. Am I going to cut this energy out? Because there's like a significant amount of importance of who this person is and who this energy is to you in your life. And it's hard. It's hard because, how do I say it? It's like, not hierarchy is the word that I'm looking for, but the type of person, like the status of the person. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. The status of who this person is in your life is of significance to you. You know, if we're talking about a mother is very significant. If we're talking about a wife is very significant. If we're talking about a daughter, a friend, whoever, you know, these types of statuses are very, very significant here. So looking at the outcome here for you, Taurus, we do have here the Three of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed here is a card that represents that you're not really willing to work with this energy at this time. So I feel like this is about realizing that never mind the status of who somebody is, treatment really triumphs all. And I think that's very important to talk about because a lot of people tend to worry about the label or the title of who a person is, and they don't really pay too much attention to how they're actually being treated. I actually talked about this a long time ago. I used to make a bunch of videos sometimes talking about things, and I made one video specifically about maybe 3 years ago, Taurus, and it was talking about the journey of the twin flame and how I used to tell people that when you title somebody your twin flame, it often does more harm than it does good. And now this doesn't have to mean, by the way, you're connecting with the twin flame. This is just an example. When we label somebody something, we often care more, about the label than we do about the treatment we're receiving. And this is one of those situations that reminds me about the people who end up saying, this person's my twin flame. Because I've noticed that most of the time when people are like, oh, this person's my twin flame, they usually will take so much abuse from that individual because they gave them that label. But at the end of the day, that label has enabled them to be treated like crap. And that's something that's so unfortunate. So I think that whether or not this is about labeling a person your twin flame, or this person's role in your life as your parent, this person's role in your life as your friend, the more that we tend to put ourselves in positions to where we give people status, more power than the actual treatment they give us, is where we can put ourselves in a very harmful position, you know? So that's what I have here for you, Taurus. I think that it's about you recognizing, really stepping up into the truth right now, where it's like, it's not about the status of whoever this person is. It's truly about how they treat me. Whoever this energy is, it's all about how they treat you, not about what their status is. And as you're starting to recognize that, you're like, okay, time to make a decision here. I shouldn't have to go ahead and continue to endure anything that's negative, because there's a certain level of status that this person has in my life, a certain role they have in my life, okay? So I definitely see here with the outcome being the Three of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed here says, I'm no longer working with this energy any longer. All right, Team Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. I like to see that here for you because you definitely deserve the best, just as everybody else here who is watching, okay? All right, my bull gang, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our fire, we did our earth. We're going to jump on into our air sign now. And we're going to go ahead and have a look here at the Libra gang. What do we got going on for the Libra, baby? Messages here for Team Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac signs of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, moving into the next 72 hours. Let's see what we got going on for your weekend, baby. Libra, overall energy here for you is going to be the Nine of Swords. Oh boy. So Nine of Swords coming in here for you. Pretty intense energy, but we're going to go ahead and work through it. Taking a look here at your current energy, we do have here the Ten of Swords. Okay, that's good news, actually. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Lovers, and then looking at the outcome here for you, Libra, is going to be the Four of Cups. So I definitely feel like you're caught up in a situation right now with something you really care about, but at the same time, there is this limit, I guess, boundary, however I'm trying to express it. How do I say it? I guess there's a fine line. That's the word I want to use. There's a fine line between loving and caring about something, but there's a fine line with how much you can take when it comes to loving and caring for someone or something that has a very drastic negative impact on you. Okay. Now, when we look at the Lovers is a card that's often identified here as, you know, one of those cards that can represent a soulmate, someone you're romantically in love with. But the Lovers doesn't always have to identify that. You know, it can be a card here of just someone or something in life you're genuinely connected to. The Lovers could be, I really love this job and this career path I've chosen. The Lovers could be, I really love this person, or I really love myself, or I'm really, you know, connected to something in my life. I'm really connected to a place, you know, whatever the case might be. So Nine of Swords here, Ten of Swords here, you know? Sometimes we can be so connected to something, but at the end of the day, despite the connection that we always have to take a look at how said connection is affecting us. All right. So that's what I feel here, Libra, is going to be pretty much the common theme moving into your weekend. You're really starting to recognize how the connection to whatever this is affecting you. If you've been very anxious, if you've been very stressed out, if you've been very unhappy, if you've been very worried, you're really taking the time here this weekend to kind of address, why am I feeling this way based on what I truly feel connected to? Let's say right now this is love. Why am I feeling so nervous, so worried about a connection of love that I have in my life? And if this is something that you're starting to notice, you're starting to ask yourself the questions as to why do I feel this way? And I think it's totally great that you're doing that, and it's incredibly healthy to do that, because most of the time we never question ourselves on why we feel the way we do. And then we just start feeling the way we do, and then we freak out a little bit and we're like, I don't know why I feel this way. Well, ask yourself, you know? So let's say you have a connection of love in your life and you're kind of freaking out because you've been super worried. Maybe you felt very jealous. Maybe lately you've been feeling very insecure. You have to ask yourself and question yourself why you feel this way. And I think that in doing so, it's definitely going to help die things down for sure. Taking a look at the current energy for you being the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is that card that says, okay, it's time to end these negative emotions because I'm actually working through these negative emotions rather than letting them continue to fester. You know, Nine of Swords is a very big fear-based kind of card. So I could see this as, you know, being worried that your partner's doesn't love you, being worried that your partner, thinks differently than what, they're supposed to be thinking, whatever the case might be, right? It's like Nine of Swords is just those overthinking thoughts, worries, and fears about something you're really connected to here with a lover. So whether it's love, whether you're worried about or concerned about your job going in a different direction, every now and then we all get a little spooked, we all get a little freaked out, we all get a little, stuck in our fears. And I think it's important to question yourself on why you feel that way, because 9 times out of 10, when you question yourself, you'll start to see a question come on in too, which is like, is this fear rational? Does this fear have actual evidence to be true? You start to question everything, and then you usually start to calm down because you're like, yeah, I'm really fearful right now, but without any sort of evidence, without anything to kind of prove that my fears are actually manifesting and happening, it's like there's no reason I should be freaking out. So it's kind of like the more you question your fears here, the more calm you become, because you realize maybe it's not all that rational. It happens. I think we all get caught up so hard in our heads sometimes that we can really start getting freaked out. So I feel here for you, Libra, you're definitely going to calm down a lot if you've been super anxious about something of great significance to you in your life, especially if it's been love-based, if it's been your career, if it's been your friends. Something you're deeply connected to here, I think, has just been spooking you a little bit because you've been having a lot of energy of overthinking, right? So with the outcome here being the Four of Cups here says, okay, this is the energy I'm not welcoming into my life anymore going forward. These are the thoughts and the low vibrations and the fears that I'm now choosing to release, because the more you do the inner work and confront why you actually have these fears, the more calm you're going to become. All right, you're definitely going to start to be like, yeah, is it really that rational what I'm thinking? Is it really something that's happening? Is it something that's going to happen? Most likely not. So it helps you kind of calm down and unwind here. So yeah, and even if this isn't your reading, but you do find yourself overthinking this weekend or getting really concerned and worried, like my best advice for you, Libra, would be then to question yourself and question your fears. It'll put you in a space where you start to think. And when you start to think, you're going to start to not feel these lower vibrational energies and fears any longer. You'll probably talk to yourself and be like, okay, I'm tripping. All right, Libra, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our fire. We also did our air, and we did our earth. We're now jumping on into the water. So let's go ahead and see what we got going on here for the Pisces gang. What do we got going on, baby? Messages here for Team Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 72 hours, what information do we got showing up here for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Pisces, we're going to get ourselves one more shuffle here regarding your weekend, and we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the Death in reverse. You might be dealing with a Scorpio potentially. Having a look at your current energy, we have the Knight of Swords. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Nine of Wands, and then looking at the outcome here for you, Piscean, is going to be the Seven of Pentacles. So Pisces, coming on into your weekend here, let's take a look. We start with the Death in reverse, then we move here to the Knight of Swords. So Death in reverse is a card that usually resonates towards not changing or not having a change occur or happen yet. So something here hasn't changed yet. Looking at the current energy being the Knight of Swords could be communication. So this could definitely be you wanting to communicate the fact that something here hasn't changed. Having a look at what you're dealing with, though, you're dealing with the Nine of Wands. So you feel a little hesitant to speak up in a situation, Pisces, is what I'm feeling for you. There's something here bugging you because something here hasn't changed, but you're kind of hesitant to speak up about it. And with that being said, looking at the outcome here being the Seven of Pentacles is the card that's like, well, you're going to continue to keep on waiting until you speak your truth here. So I feel like there are Pisceans that are potentially nervous to speak their truth moving into the weekend about something, whether it's regarding your relationship, your friendship, speaking to your boss, speaking to your parents. There's something that you definitely want to see change in your life, but it's going to have to definitely result in you telling somebody how you feel and asking, or more so speaking about what you would like to see be changed. And I think that you've been feeling like, I want to talk about it. I want to open up. I want to see genuine change. But every time I think about it, I kind of get back into hermit mode here with the Nine of Wands and I hold myself back. Maybe there's some nervousness about how somebody's going to react and you're just not necessarily sure how to go about it. It could be kind of a multitude of things. But I guess the way that I could put it here for you, Pisces, with my best advice is like, the best thing you can do in life is speak your truth. And if you're not speaking your truth, you're going to keep finding yourself in the same situation that you're not happy being in, right? So if there's something you want to see change, but you don't voice the fact that you want to see this change, then you're going to stay in that same situation over and over again. It's not just going to magically change no matter how long you sit and wait, you know? So Pisces, it's going to be a good time here rolling on into your weekend to truthfully speak your truth, to say what needs to be said, because change will never be invoked unless it's actually spoken about. So that's going to be my best advice here for you. Of course, do take this reading if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, my Pisces peeps, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our first batch of zodiac signs for today. Jumping on into the next batch now and going back on into the fire signs. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Aries, baby. What do we got going on for the Ram fam? Messages here for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Aries, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got in store for your weekend, baby. Aries, overall energy for you is going to be the Two of Wands. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign for a few of you. Looking at your current energy, we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got the Knight of Wands in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, Aries, is going to be the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. So let's take a look here at your weekend. For the Aries peeps, what do we got showing up here for you? Two of Wands here to the Knight of Pentacles. It's kind of been like a very steady level of indecision in your life, or you have felt a very steady level of indecisiveness in your life is what I'm picking up on here for you. I mean, having a look at what it is you're dealing with the Knight of Wands reverse. So I think that coming into your weekend, you've been feeling so indecisive for such a long time. It's like coming into your weekend, you kind of just want to give up on whatever it is you're dealing with. And with the outcome here being the being the King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Pentacles reverse is the card that represents, I just want to give up, and now I just don't really feel very grounded anymore. I don't really know what to do or what direction to go into. So I kind of feel this energy a little bit of some Aries kind of feeling a bit lost this weekend. Now, I'm not sure specifically what was making you feel indecisive for a while. Maybe you felt indecisive in love. Maybe you felt indecisive in friendship, indecisive in your career opportunities, indecisive in general. And I think that sometimes the best way to deal with indecision is if you can't pick one thing over the other, choose neither. You know, that's the way I always felt about it, especially when it came towards love. That was always my best advice for love, guys, because it's like in love, if you like one person, but you also like this person too, and you can't decide between the two people, then it's not the right one for you because the right person would stand out. You'd want nobody else, right? So if we can think about it that way, we can also apply that to everything else. Same thing with careers. I got one career opportunity here. I got another career opportunity here. I can't put one over the other. I can't pick one over the other. Then probably neither of those career opportunities are going to be the ones that are like truly, truly fulfilling for you going forward. So I definitely get that energy here for you, Aries, where it's like, I don't know. I'm so stressed out from being indecisive that I kind of just want to give up and choose nothing. And, now that leads you to feel kind of lost. And I think that my point here about being lost is that it's not always such a bad thing. No matter how lost we may think we are, we're always inevitably going to be found. And I think that's the most important thing to bring up, because it's like we can get lost in life, but we're always going to get found here at the end of the day. So for any Aries that feel lost, just know that you're in a position of time in your life where you're going with the flow. And when you're in that flow state, you're always going to be guided to exactly where you need to go. Imagine it like this. In every river, when you go down that river, it ends somewhere, right? So just imagine yourself being on a floaty right now, a little floaty in life, and that river is taking you down the stream and taking you exactly to where you need to go. If this is you feeling lost in life right now, go with the flow. Let yourself stream, let yourself go to wherever you need to end up, because wherever you do end up, it's going to be where exactly you need to be. Okay. So for any Aries, don't worry right now is kind of my best advice on where you're going, but just know that you'll be going somewhere great. I always mention, like I said previously, if you are indecisive or if you can't choose what you want to do, what you want to connect to, what you want to invest in, then sometimes back off and just let life take you to where it needs to go. All right, Aries, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And of course, if it doesn't resonate with how you feel when it comes towards, if you don't like my advice, essentially, you never have to take it. That's, the way I wanted to put it for you. Okay. All right, Aries, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. So we finished up the fire, jumping on in here to the earth sign now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Virgo gang. What do we got going on for Virgo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on? What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Virgo. Let's go ahead and see what's in store here for you. Hopefully all is well. Virgo, overall energy for you is going to be the 10 of Wands. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or a Leo. Looking at your current energy, we got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Looking at what you're dealing with, we do have here the Fool in reverse. And then the outcome here for you is going to go ahead and be the 8 of Wands in the reverse position. So let's see what's in store here for the Virgos. All right, right off the bat, you could be connecting with an Aries because we have here the Fool. Now with the 10 of Wands to the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, that's great to see right off the bat for you, because that means that you're letting go of some burdens here. Okay, so anything that's kind of been troubling Virgo, burdening Virgo, you're really letting it go here moving into your weekend. Having a look at what it is you're dealing with here, being the Fool in reverse. Fool in reverse is a card here too that kind of just represents letting go as well. I think that sometimes in life, when times get really hard, we don't always need to necessarily jump into something brand new. Sometimes we just need to have a little bit of a timeout, is what I'm actually feeling here for many of you, because the Fool card in the upright position, this normally represents jumping into a brand new beginning, letting go of the past, and completely immersing yourself in a new experience. But with the Fool in reverse here for you, I feel like many of you Virgos are kind of being called to let go of all the crap you've been holding on to, let go of all the intense burdens you've dealt with, and give yourself some space to just relax and to be present and to chill, So I definitely feel like this weekend is going to be one of those weekends where it's like, let me go ahead and have a timeout, put a pause on, my life here before I make any sort of decisions to jump into anything else that's new. Looking at the outcome here being the 8 of Wands reversed. 8 of Wands reversed to me represents that this weekend, Virgo, you're most likely going to be on do not disturb mode, okay? Meaning you don't want to communicate, you don't really feel like talking to anybody, you just want to put a pause button on your life here this weekend and give yourself time to process what it is you've just let go of and to just kind of relax, because we don't always need to go out of one cycle and jump into a new one automatically. Sometimes we all need a break and we all need to recharge those batteries. So that's the energy that I do see in store here for you. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. All right, Virgo, let's keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. So we did the earth, we did the fire, jumping on into the air sign now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Gemini, baby. What do we got showing up here for the Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Lady Katniss says, as an Aries, you're 100% right, Ant-Man. Well, thank you. More than happy to hear that for you. Mark says, I'm on point today. Well, thank you, guys. I'm like in my zone right now. I'm like really focused up on doing the readings here today. Sorry if I'm not like looking at the comment section too much today, guys. Of course, you're all more than welcome to chat amongst yourselves. I'm just really locked into doing the tarot cards and stuff today. So I'm glad I'm feeling a lot better. You know, it was one of those things that's like, it's been hard to come on here and do work and stuff, especially when I haven't felt so good. But now as I'm feeling better, it's like it feels really good to just tap in and do what I do, you know? So either way, moving on forward, let's see what we got going on here for the lovely and amazing. Why am I skipping on my zodiac sign? Gemini gang, thank you. All right, team Gemini, let's get this last shuffle and let's see what's up, baby. Hopefully all is well. Gemini, overall energy here for you is going to be the Two of Wands. I've seen the Two of Wands come out quite a lot here today, so this has been a pretty popular card. Having a look here at your current energy, Gemini, Page of Wands in reverse, taking a look at what it is you're dealing with. We do have here the Five of Cups in reverse, and then looking at the outcome here for you is going to go ahead and be the Six of Pentacles. So, Gemini, with all this information coming into play, let's see what your weekend is about. So we start here with the Two of Wands all the way here to the Page of Wands in reverse. As far as what I'm seeing for my Gemini peeps, I definitely feel that right now you're kind of losing interest in a situation in your life. That's what it looks like to me here personally. I mean, having a look at what you're dealing with here being the Five of Cups reversed. Five of Cups reversed usually it usually represents not really caring about something either. So, and with the outcome here being the Six of Pentacles could be the energy of being on the same page with somebody. So it could be kind of mutual. If you're dealing with somebody you connected with romantically, it could be that mutually the two of you just aren't feeling one another anymore. If that's the case here for you, it's kind of like parting ways with somebody in a mutual way. So that could happen for some Geminis this weekend, whether it's like parting mutually with friends, parting mutually with somebody you romantically connected with, somebody you had a vibe with. You know, there could definitely be a parting of ways mutually occurring right now between Gemini and somebody else, but it's like the both of you want to do it. If that's not the case here for you, it could be that this weekend you've come to a space where you are no longer interested in something, and in a way that makes you feel a heck of a lot better. So there could be a loss of interest in a situation, a loss of feelings in a situation, and with that being said, you're kind of happy that it worked out that way, because maybe when you were previously invested in whatever this is, maybe you didn't like how it made you feel, you know? So I think that if you are a Gemini here and you just came to a point where you just don't really care too much about a situation or a person anymore, you're happy the way that it worked out. It's like, honestly, I feel better now without this person, place, or thing, okay? So sorry that that's not too descriptive, of course, but it's going to resonate in a multitude of different ways to many different Geminis, all right? But that's what I see here for you, you know, a parting of ways for most of you. And I do think for many of you it's mutual. If it's not mutual, though, it's like, it makes you feel good. You know, Six of Pentacles is a card of feeling good. It's a card of feeling secure. So as long as you feel secure and happy, you got nothing to worry about. All right, Gemini, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up here our air signs, we did our earth, and we did our fire. We're going to jump on into the water signs now. We're going to go ahead and have a look here at the Cancer. By the way, for the 175 concurrent viewers in the chat, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please feel free to drop a like. Of course, if you are new here, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Always welcome to new Soul family members. So if you want to go ahead and sub, appreciate it so much. Thank you, my friends, for tuning in. Okay, so jumping on in here, baby, to the Cancer. Let's see what we got going on. What do we got showing up here for Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for Cancer's weekend? Message is here for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Cancerian, let's see what's going on. Overall energy here for you is going to be the Sun card. Hello. I love that for your weekend, Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Leo for some of you, having a look at your current energy, Ten of Swords, taking a look here at what it is you're dealing with, King of Cups reversed, and looking at the outcome for you, Cancer, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. So now I think I start to understand a little more here why the sun is shining on in here for you. So Cancer, coming into your next 72 hours, the sun card here to the 10 of Swords. This means that something here is being cut out, something here is ending, and I think that it's not about anybody else but you. I feel like it's about your own emotional state of being, because taking a look here at what you're dealing with being the King of Cups reversed, King of Cups reversed here is a card that represents not feeling the most emotionally in tune. It could represent feeling like it's been hard to conceal your emotions, or it's been hard to express your emotions. You know, King of Cups reversed here could just be the energy of feeling kind of over emotional and not really in a space to where you could do anything to make it feel better. You know, I'm sure we've all been in positions before where we've dealt with situations where we've been so emotional that we feel like nothing we do is going to make us feel better. We feel like nothing that can ever happen or occur can make us feel better. So it's like we're just stuck in this really lower vibrational and a bit of a depressive state. And I just think that for you, Cancer, coming to the weekend, you're going to really see all that end here for you, being the 10 of Swords with your current energy. So you're going to see that end. If you felt really, whether it's been all week or whether it's been the past couple of days, if you felt kind of low energy recently, or a little depressed, or just a little unhappy, and it's just been really hard because your emotions have kind of felt all over the place, there's going to be a shift happening here moving into your weekend where you start to feel good again. You start to feel better. All right. With the outcome here being the Wheel of Fortune reversed, I think the outcome as the Wheel of Fortune reversed is representing more than likely what you have been feeling emotionally is things that maybe haven't been confronted yet, Cancer. This could be unfinished business for some of you. I hate to have to use that term, but it could be unfinished business. So maybe that's what it is you were feeling. Things of the past that weren't necessarily healed yet. Maybe things you potentially swept under the rug, or even if you didn't intend to do it, it could be things you unintentionally swept under the rug as well. So I feel like, Cancer, you probably had a lot of past stuff come up, even if you didn't want it to. It just happened, especially right now with Mars being in retrograde. And that's what you were feeling for the past couple days, you know, but moving on into your weekend here, I don't see it being a problem at all. I feel like you're going to have a good time here. I definitely feel like many of you are going to wake up. You're going to be in a good mood and a very high vibrating energy, and you're not going to be feeling what you've been feeling here if you've been feeling this way for the past couple of days. So Cancer, it looks like a good weekend. Definitely feels like it's going to be a sunny and warm time for you. Okay, so of course take it how it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but that's what I have in store here for you. So we finished up our water sign. Very, very wonderful. So that's our second batch of zodiac signs that are finished up here for today. Now we're going to move on to our last and final 4 zodiacs for the weekend reading, but I hope you guys have been enjoying yourselves. I'm going to take a quick break real quick, and then we'll continue up with the rest of the readings. But I hope you guys have been having a good time here, man. Thank you all for tuning in. It's really appreciated. Thank you all so much. Regina says, happy Thanksgiving. And thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Hope you all had yourselves a fantastic time and a safe time with your families yesterday. I hope it was really, really good for you. Lexi Perry says, when I look up the Fool card, it says Aquarius. So the Fool card's Aries. The Aquarian card is the Star card. I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be, you know, it could be anything to anybody, I guess, to be completely honest. But in terms of tradition, the Fool is the zodiac of Aries, because it represents the birth. The zodiac starts with Aries. So that's why the Fool represents Aries as well, astrologically. But I guess it could be that way to anybody. I feel like sometimes a lot of people will like stress like a certain zodiac card, like a certain major arcana card has to be a certain zodiac. However you feel about it, you know, for me, right, the Empress is Libra because it's Venusian, it's Venus, right? And Venus is Libra. So, you know, I guess anybody could look at it how they want to, right? But yeah. For sure, for sure. Those emojis are dope. Thank you, Lady Katniss. Appreciate that. Yeah, so those emojis you're allowed to use if you're a member of the channel. Those emojis actually my girlfriend made, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Mark had a 25-pound turkey. Holy guacamole, dude. That's a big turkey. You ate so much. Yeah, man. See, it's weird. I was talking about this actually with my girlfriend yesterday. It's like, it's very weird for me personally because it's like Thanksgiving, right? Everybody wants to eat and stuff themselves. When I was a kid, yeah. But I feel like the older I get, man, I get so stuffed too quick now. So like when it comes to Thanksgiving dinner, it's like I'll make myself a plate, I'll eat a plate, and I'm like, okay, I don't even know if I want dessert right now, and that makes me sad, you know? But I made sure to take home leftovers for sure, because I know in the past couple days after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be eating all that stuff. So yeah, but a 25-pound turkey though, bro, goddamn. Jocelyn said my older brother made prime rib. Nice. And we had some for my furry nephew dog named Lucky. Oh, I love that name for your dog. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, man. My dog was trying to get into as much food as he can, but we didn't let him. We didn't let him. But all right, everybody, moving on forward to the last 4 signs. Let's go ahead and jump back on into the fire, and let's see what we got going on here for the Leo. What do we got going on, baby? Messages here for Team Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Leo, let's see what we got in store here for you, baby. Overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups coming into play here for you. You could be connecting with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Current energy for your weekend, 3 of Cups. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we have here the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the 7 of Swords. So Leos, let's see what's going on here for the Lion Gang coming into your weekend. We start out here with the Queen of Cups to the 3 of Cups, which is actually really nice energy for sure. You seem to be having a very enjoyable time, but I do feel like this could be somebody who's not happy that you're happy, and I hate that I have to say that for you, but I do see a bit of a trickster kind of energy coming up here with the 7 of Swords reversed. I mean, when I look at what you're dealing with being the Ace of Pentacles reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed could represent that maybe this weekend you're potentially turning something down. Maybe you're turning down an invite to hang out with somebody. Maybe you're turning down somebody's business offer. Maybe you're turning down someone's romantic offer. I don't know what the case is. You know, it looks like you're turning something down because you're good. You know, Leo, you're like, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm hanging out. I'm doing my thing. And I think somebody doesn't like that. They don't like that you're turning down something they're offering to you. And maybe it's because they already don't like the fact that you're potentially happy, or not potentially happy. They don't like the fact that you are happy. So potentially they could be feeling that way. So with the outcome being the 7 of Swords, I kind of get the vibe here of somebody who's a little bit bitter when they see you very happy. All right, so do keep that in mind. Now, of course, don't let it get to you. Please, definitely don't let it get to you. Always remember that you are the person that has the most power in your reality. It doesn't matter how much bullshit, how much negative energy people want to send or throw your way. Nobody can ever get to you unless you let them. So stand in your power this weekend, Leo, indefinitely, okay? But at the end of the day here, though, I do get that sense that maybe somebody here would like to have what it is you have, and that could be an energy of jealousy stemming from some sort of specific person. Let the haters hate. That, what more can they do if you don't give them your attention? Now, Ace of Pentacles reversed. I really do feel like maybe this is somebody this weekend who's offering something to you. So watch out for the people who are offering things to you, okay? It doesn't have to be like, for example, if your friend's like, hey, I want to hang out, it might not be your friend. But if somebody you don't naturally talk to kind of reaches out to you and it just feels a little unsettling or something feels a little bit off at it or off about it, yeah, it could probably be that person who might be a little shady or who might be casting a little bit of shade, okay? So just use your intuition this weekend. Feel out the vibes. If you catch a bad vibe with a specific person, just remove yourself from that person, okay? All right, Leo, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all the fire signs for the weekend read. Jumping back on into the earth signs, let's go ahead over here and have a look here at the Capricorn. What's going on, baby? Messages here for Team Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Capricorn, we're going to get ourselves this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at a fantastic weekend. Capricorn, overall energy for you is going to be the 7 of Pentacles. Taking a look here at your current energy, we do have here the 6 of Cups. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you, Capricorn, is going to be the 7 of Wands in the reverse first position. So coming into your weekend, Cappies, let's see what's in store here for you. Well, we start out here with the Seven of Pentacles. Then we move from the Seven of Pentacles into the Six of Cups. So this is the energy of waiting, and this is the energy of the past. I don't feel like you're waiting for the past to come around here, Capricorn, but I do feel like you're waiting for the past to come up. Because I think that this is one of these moments where you know that a conversation has to take place between you and another individual, but it seems like there's been quite a lot of radio silence. Looking at who you're dealing with here, or what you're dealing with being the Knight of Pentacles reversed, I feel like somebody just hasn't talked to you for a while. And there's something that needs to be talked about because there's some shit that went down. You know, whether it was about you and a friend who got in a fight, whether it was about you and a family member, you and a lover, maybe something happened and occurred between you and somebody significant to you in your life, and things have been weird for a while. And it's like, yeah, you're not reminiscing or looking too much back on the past, but you're waiting for it to come up because you're like, I know me and this person are going to have to talk at some moment in time. And with the outcome here being the Seven of Wands in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse here says you're open for it, you're open to it, you know, whenever the time here may come. So I don't feel like you're brushing someone off or not giving them the floor to speak. But I also feel like you're not going to reach out first or be the person to completely make the first contact with someone based upon whatever went down. And when I say the past, it feels recent past. It's not something, I don't think it's something that occurred like 5 years ago. I think it's more something that occurred maybe within the past couple months to couple weeks to couple days. You know, very recent type of energy is what I feel from this situation. So, you know, that's what I have in store here for you, Capricorn. It's kind of like, I'm not going to, you know, send the first text. I'm not going to dial the phone and have the first phone call come out, but I'm open in this moment in time to wait and, you know, I'm kind of open in this time to see what happens and see when this past situation ends up coming up, because inevitably, there's going to be a conversation here that does have to take place, okay? All right, Capricorn, of course, do take it if it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, Cappy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, Earth signs are done. We also finished up fire signs, going on into air signs. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Aquarius. What do we got going on here for Team Aquarius, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours? All right, Team Aquarius, we're going to take a look here and get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on for your weekend, baby. Aquarian, overall energy for you. Almost dropped the card. We do have here the Empress. Empress showing up here for you. You could be dealing with a Libra. Having a look at your current energy, we got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. What you're dealing with is the Eight of Cups, and then the outcome for you is going to be the Ten of Swords. All right. Let's see what's in store here for you, Aqua. Coming on into your weekend here. Empress card to the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles reverse could be a card here that says you're not really feeling yourself. When you're the Nine of Pentacles upright, you're super confident, you feel good. When it's in the reverse, it could be a card that says, I'm not really feeling myself at this moment in time. But that's where things change, because looking at the overall energy being the Empress here, baby, that's about truly feeling yourself, loving and appreciating all of who you are. So the Empress card here is a card that can appreciate a person on the inside, the outside, and all around town. So I definitely feel like for many of you, if you've been having any sort of struggles, if you haven't really been feeling yourself lately, if you've kind of just been feeling a little off, this weekend, you're going to start to see that change. You're going to walk away here and abandon potentially these lower vibrational thoughts you might have had, or any negativity you've given to yourself or concerning yourself, okay? So Aquarius, if that's been the energy for you, it's going to change here. It's going to come to an ending with the outcome here being the Ten of Swords, and you're going to start to feel good again going forward. Now, this could be about, you know, maybe somebody this weekend says something to you, or somebody this weekend opens up your eyes and you're like, damn, like, why have I put myself down? Or why have I been in this energy for a while? Like, I shouldn't view myself this way. And then somebody might open up your eyes and have you see things, and then things change. But if that's not the case here, it could just be very well likely you end up opening up your eyes yourself here this weekend. And you're like, okay, time to let go of these negative thoughts, time to let go of this energy. I want to love myself. I want to be kind to myself. And then everything here starts to change going forward. I think everybody, it's just a human thing. It happens to me too. We all get to moments and times where we're not feeling ourselves. You know, I've been through thousands of moments and times where I'm not feeling myself and I'm like, damn, and I can put myself down because I've done it before. But then you get to that point where you've put yourself down and you're like, damn, do I really feel that way about me though? Or is that just the negative thoughts talking? Do I really feel that way about me? Or is that just society talking? Or is that just a hater talking? So when you start to be in that energy for a while, usually you just end up snapping yourself out of it and you're like, yeah, let me not behave this way. So I see many of you here definitely being very kind to yourselves going forward and getting out of that lower vibrational energy if any of you have been involved in that, okay? All right, Aquarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up all the air, all of the fire, and all of the earth, going on to the last but not least zodiac sign for the weekend reading here today. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Scorpio. By the way, just in case if anybody's interested, your sign may have already been read and completed, but if you want to stick around to the end, I do have an announcement in reference to one of the businesses I have, the candle business, if you want to stick around to hear that, as well as just normal updates for what to expect coming into the next week. So if you have seen your sign already and you still want to hear some of the stuff at the end, stick around, okay? All right, everybody. So jumping on into the last zodiac sign for the weekend read, let's see what's going on here for the Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 72 hours. What information do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Scorpio, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on. Hopefully all is well. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be the Death in reverse, which is actually your energy showing up here. So the Death card, Scorpionic energy, you're showing up in the reading. Having a look at your current energy, 9 of Pentacles reversed, what you're dealing with, 4 of Pentacles reversed, and then your outcome, Scorpio, is going to be the King of Cups in the reverse position. Coming into your weekend, Scorpio, death here to the 9, or death reversed to the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I think right now you're kind of in a space where you don't want something to change, so you're holding on to the way or the version of how something is. So it's almost like the refusal of change. You're refusing to see something change or refusing to want something to change. And when I look at what you're dealing with here being the 4 of Pentacles reversed, 4 of Pentacles reversed to me, that could be a card that talks about releasing and letting go, but it's also a card sometimes that can talk about opening up. So I feel like this is about you opening up your true feelings that you don't want to see something change. Maybe naturally you wouldn't reveal too much about how you feel to a certain someone, but there's a situation happening and unfolding that maybe you're not particularly happy about, which kind of causes you to be a little vulnerable coming into the weekend. So maybe you're noticing things within certain relationships in your life are changing. Maybe you're noticing certain things within your working situation is changing. And it's like, I just don't want this to change. And I feel like I said previously, right? Normally you wouldn't be so vulnerable about whatever this topic is. But I think that because it's of significance to you, you're opening up here and you're like, hey, like I really don't want things to change right now. It's not something that I'm really happy about. So looking at the outcome here being the King of Cups reverse, King of Cups reverse is that feeling of like being a little bummed, you know, that things in life are changing, and whether or not can you stop those changes is what I think the real question is that you're asking to yourself. It's like, is there any way for me to prevent what might be switching up and changing in my life right now at this moment in time? So the thing is, Scorpio, is like life is going to change. It's going to change often. You know, I think it's important to remember that not every change is a bad change. Not every change is something inherently negative. You know, it might look that way sometimes, but when the change actually takes place, it could be something that ends up really working to your favor and working to your benefit. So, you know, I will say this for you, Scorpio. If there's something you can do about this situation, do it. And if there isn't something to do, if this situation essentially isn't in your control, let it be. You know, no matter how it makes you feel. If there's one thing I've learned in life that's really beneficial, is that things will always change, and not everything, not everything's always in our control, and things will always change regardless. And even if we want things to remain the same, that's not always going to be a possibility because everything is temporary. And if I've learned anything about change in life is that even if we don't think it's going in a good direction, the universe usually has so much more beautiful stuff in store for us than we can ever comprehend or imagine, you know? So I feel that if you see a situation right now that's beyond your control, you might be unhappy with it, you might fight against the tides, and you're allowed to feel however you feel, of course, but in due time, I think you're going to start to see that maybe what you're dealing with might actually have ended up being a blessing in disguise all along. Just throwing it out there for you. You know, I've gone through many moments in my life where things shifted, where things changed, and I was like, fuck, this sucks. Thank you, universe. You must hate me. You must not love me. You must not care about me. I can't believe you could do this to me, blah-de-da-de-da. You know, I used to be a person where I would see things change because I hate change, and I would definitely yell at the universe and then feel like the universe hates me, and I would be all up in that energy. And then, you know, some time would pass and I'd see why it did, because I'd see the blessing that entered in my life afterwards. You know, it takes a little time sometimes to recognize a blessing, but inevitably blessings are always happening. No matter how well disguised they are, one day you'll see the blessing for what it is. So take it if it resonates, of course, leave it if it doesn't. You know, it's not going to be everybody's story here for you, but I would just say don't always look at every shift, every change as something in life that's inherently negative, because I believe that there's always a blessing in disguise to everything that switches, ends, etc. I really do. I genuinely believe that we're always well taken care of, but we just have to open up our hearts and our minds to it and really see it in due time, because everybody sees it in due time, you know? All right, Scorpio, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but nonetheless, thank you so much for tuning in. It is gratefully appreciated. And with that all being said, y'all, thank you so much for coming out to the weekend reading. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have been having yourselves a fantastic weekend so far. Real quick, guys, to give you the update of what I wanted to mention. For those of you that do have the Mercury Survival Candle, for those of you that purchased this in the past, by the way, really appreciate you if you had. If you have purchased this in the past, though, you know this is a big boy. This is a big candle. I've had this for months. I'm still not even finished with it, okay? This is a big boy candle, 16-ounce candle. But I wanted to let you know, unfortunately, with the manufacturer, we cannot get the same candle vessel any longer. So the Mercury candle will not be coming in this candle vessel anymore. It's going to be coming in a very significantly smaller candle vessel, which is going to be this one over here. Okay. Also, I don't have the exact price for you, but there will be a price drop for those of you that are interested in these candles. I do like the topping though. It has the silicone, so it's a lot easier to come to a close in comparison with this one. Unfortunately, the manufacturer didn't have those rings, but either way, it's going to be a lot smaller of a candle. So there will be a price difference. The price will drop for those of you that are interested. We had to find a new manufacturer. Unfortunately, we love this. I love this vessel. It's one of my very, very favorites that we've ever used with the candle business I have and partnership that I have with Sapone and Candela, but you know, they no longer sell it, so we had to switch things up. So just throwing that out there for you guys. Lady Katniss asked, where can we get this? So what I have is I have a partnership with my girlfriend's mother and her friend's business. So their business is called Sapone and Candela. I have a certain partnership with them for crystal healing candles, as well as intention-based candles. So if you want to go to the website, it's saponeandcandela.com. It's in my description box of every YouTube video. You can go over there and check out any of the products that I've created with them if you're interested in them, of course, okay? But either way, that was one update I wanted to leave you guys with because I wanted to make sure everybody knew. So if you end up purchasing another candle, you're like, what the heck? This is small. You know, it's a lot different. So I wanted to let everybody know. But regardless, guys, thank you for coming out to the weekend reading. Appreciate it so much. You guys are fucking awesome. I love every single one of you. So thank you all so much. Lady Katniss, links in the description. Go to the description below. You'll find everything you need to know over there. For the 164 peeps that are in the chat though, guys, if you can drop a like, that'd be cool. Thank you guys for coming out here, baby. I don't believe today anybody sent in any super chats, but if you happen to do so and I didn't see it, thank you so much. Of course, thank you to anybody who's ever sent a super chat and who, you know, ever plans on doing so. Thank you guys for your love and support. It helps out a lot more than you all know. So I really appreciate the generosity. Same thing to my members. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. Appreciate it as well. I just wanted to mention here too, everybody, for all the mid-months, I uploaded every single one of them this week. I banged them all out for you guys. So if you haven't seen your mid-November 2022 reading yet, feel free to give it a check out. Every single 12 or all 12 of the zodiac signs, have been uploaded this week. So if you missed your sign, check out your mid-month check-in for the second half of the month. Okay. So that was another thing I wanted to update you guys with. And then lastly, coming into next week is probably when I'm going to start doing the December readings. So December readings will be coming soon. I'm going to start doing them next week for everybody, and hopefully we can start getting them uploaded as well. So we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, though, guys, of course, if you're new here and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe, baby. If you're new here, I'd appreciate it, and you're more than welcome to join the Soul family. And also, if you want to hit the notification bell to never miss when I upload or go live, feel free to do so as well. You can check out my social medias. I got my Twitter and Instagram above my forehead over here if you guys want to give it a check out. But of course, every social media that I use and operate operate is in the description box of this YouTube video and all the videos that I post. So remember guys, description has everything. If you ever want to know anything, look in that description box. You can find most of the time what you need to know. So if you want to check out any of my socials, it's in the description box below, okay? Of course, do be mindful of scammers. There's tons of people impersonating me on Instagram most of the time. So make sure you're following the right account if you're going to follow me, because there's a lot of people that want to take money, and I don't like that. And no one likes that. So always watch out for people that are impersonators. They're not cool people, okay? All right, guys, I love you, baby. I really do. Have a fantastic weekend. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving once again yesterday, and I hope you're looking towards an even more lovelier and fantastic weekend. Much love to you, everybody. Happy Friday, and I will catch you all next week, hopefully in better health and better spirits. It's been a bit of a rough week, but I hope that next week and pray that next week we're going to be looking towards a fantastic, solid week, okay? All right, y'all, I love you. Have a great time, and I will catch everybody in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Later, y'all. Peace.